What's up, guys? It's Crash, and some of you guys might have already saw this, but there was a massive art dump on ArtStation from all the concept art leading up to 2042, and some of it is really awesome. There's also some things in there that might lead us to maybe potentially, allegedly, think about what could be coming in the way of events down the line. There's some stuff in there that's not in the game. We don't know if it just didn't make it into the game or if it's coming later. So what I did was I went through it. I encourage you guys, if you're interested in this stuff, if you like these, go ahead and check it out. I'll put the link down below in the description and let me know in the comments what you guys think of these. I just went through and I picked out my favorite ones and I lined them up here in different tabs, and we'll go through and kind of react to them and talk about them. I think they're pretty cool, but if you guys want to see all of them, I definitely encourage you to go check that out. Link down below, and also let me know what you guys think of these, because some of this concept art is really awesome. Here is the elite skin for the M5A3, and I just thought this sight looked interesting. It almost looked thermal, like just the colors of it almost looked like a thermal scope. I don't know if you can see it behind my head, but right there, yeah, you can see like that kind of looks almost like a thermal type scope right there. But that was pretty interesting. There's not a sight that looks exactly like that. The one sight that's in there, that's the smart optic, doesn't have some of this extra stuff on it, like a target indicator and things like that. So maybe that's a sight that might be coming down the line, not sure. This one is that image that we saw on the media briefing a long time ago that we reported on about Hazard Zone. I thought this actually looked really cool. Nice, gritty, dark, when we thought, you know, Hazard Zone was going to be more along those lines. And then here is a shot of what looks to be Orbital. I just basically picked ones that I thought looked dark and gritty. And one of the reasons that we got so hyped about this game was some of this concept art came out in promotional material, and it just had this awesome, gritty, dark, apocalyptic future look to it that didn't quite translate through in the game, in my opinion. Then these are the soldiers that everyone's going around. I would have loved there to have been normal classes and soldiers to look like this, where you can customize things in different camo patterns, different colors, different types of rigs, maybe even some different kinds of tattoos and stuff, just essentially pretty much like World War III does. But I thought these soldiers looked really cool, and I kind of wish they all looked like this. To be honest with you, I'm not as big a fan of the specialist, and especially their one-liners at the end of the games, but yeah, these look really cool. Here's another shot, and these are just soldiers that would be really cool to be a class system, but I think these are the AI or the occupying forces in Hazard Zone. And then I thought this shot was really interesting too. Maria Falk has gone through a lot of changes, and it looks like she got a decent amount older in the recent games, but that looks like some of her original concept art, which looks really cool. And then this one I thought was pretty interesting interesting as well, excuse me. Shows McKay hooked to a chopper, rescuing a little girl from a flood. And I thought this was interesting because we haven't seen any flood events, and they talked about weather events in the promotional material, and all we've seen so far is, like, you know, the dust storm, a little bit of rain, and the tornadoes. We haven't seen a flood yet, but it's interesting to see flooding in the concept art. I thought that was cool. Here is another one of the fire. We saw this in the media briefing material too, way back in the day when we were talking about that. I thought this looked really cool. This is another type of event, fire, that we really haven't seen much of, which could hint at what's coming in the future, maybe, potentially. And then here's another shot of flooding. I think Tom Henderson tweeted about this, that maybe flooding was scrapped. There was supposed to be a flood event on Orbital. I would say it might have, but it also could be looking at glass half full. That might mean that it's coming down the line. So maybe there's going to be a flood event in season 1 or 2 or something, where we see more action like that, and we see more weather events. Would be pretty cool. This is a shot of Kaleidoscope after things have fallen, and I just thought this looked awesome. I wish more of the game looked like this. I wish it had more of that gritty, war-torn, dark, like apocalypse feel to it. This concept art looks amazing, and I really wish more of the maps looked like this. Here is another shot that I thought the lighting and stuff looked really good. It kind of had a haze to it, and what I'm talking about is I have a screenshot, I think, of this similar area from some gameplay, and it honestly, it's just not the same, like, lighting wise and stuff. And I know that's probably due to performance and stuff, but like how it has that haze those shadows and reflections, the smoke in the background that kind of carries across, just looks kind of a lot more like gritty and war torn. And then the kind of what we have is all kind of bright and clean and blocky. So I don't know if that makes sense, but the concept art looks better than the game, kind of in my opinion. Really cool lighting on Hourglass. I thought this looked awesome with the vegetation blowing. Again, another shot of trees with shadows, and this kind of illustrates to me kind of what the difference is between the concept art and the game, and I think it comes down to lighting. The lighting in these concept art shots are awesome. The shadows and the feel of it are really good. Same with this look here at Discarded. You can see the Colossus ship in the background. I just really like the vibe of these pictures. These concept artists are so talented. Here's another shot with really cool lighting of the sandstorm coming in. I just love the color in this one. The kind of the orange and teal looked really cool. And then this one here is another shot of some more destruction grittiness that I wish was more widespread. This, of course, is the tower that's fallen down on Kaleidoscope. I just wish there was more of this. That's why I chose this image. Same here. I just love the color contrast between the blue sky and the orange sand. I thought it looked really cool. And then this is a shot inside the Exodus. And this is some of the stuff we saw in the promotional material. Not this exact shot, but something like this, where I was hoping that in Hazard Zone, that this would be kind of a base, like you have a hideout in Tarkov, and you'd have a weapon bench where you can mod weapons, collect attachments out in the world, and level up essentially your hideout, or like your apartment, or your, you know, where you live on the Exodus, and add more of an RPG element to Hazard Zone. I think would add a ton of depth to it. That's what I was hoping when we saw images like this of people working on the Exodus. I thought that would be pretty cool. There's the grenade launcher right there. That is an odd weapon too. So someone smarter than me can check that stuff out. Looks like the AC-42 here. Essentially, and the last one I had was, yeah, on the deck of the Exodus. I would have loved to see more of the Exodus, and maybe it'll play more of a part in future updates. That would be really cool. And naval combat we didn't really see, and this kind of alluded to that when we saw a lot of stuff about the Exodus, but there really isn't any naval combat, and maybe that will be coming down the line. But I thought these were pretty interesting shots. Let me know what you guys think down below. I encourage you to go check it out. These artists are amazingly talented. Hopefully this gives us a hint at where the game is headed. Right now it needs quite a bit of work. We're getting a new patch coming out tomorrow, so that should help quite a bit. I'll cover that more tomorrow. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope you guys enjoy these, and we'll see you on the next one.